Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Robin with Stamp with Dr. Robin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in beautiful San Diego, California, where we have a lovely breeze and some kind of mid-70-ish temperature. I'm inland, so I'm not sure what it's like on the coast. I could call my son. He lives on the coast, but he says mostly they've been having a lot of May gray, June gloom kind of stuff. And we have just a little bit of fog in the morning that it just totally burns off, and it's been just beautiful the last couple weeks. So, end of June, beginning of July is usually a very nice time to visit San Diego, and don't tell anybody, but the other best time is after Labor Day. End of September, especially beginning of October. It's usually quite beautiful, and beautiful at the beach if you like beaches. So I'm hoping that we are on here. I'm not seeing me yet, so that's what I like to wait for. Yay, yay. And hopefully some of you will be coming on shortly also. So just some Stampin' Up! News. Our Papercraft Collective is usually 7 or 8 people bringing you video tutorials around a certain bundle. And this month, our bundle is the Lily of the Valley. So if you buy $50 worth of product from any one of us, you get the tutorials from all of us. So written, what the measurements are of everything you need, and then video for the tutorials on how to put together. This is, whoops, I'm upside down. This is the one I did for this month. And then next month we're using the Summer Happiness. Can't show you what that is yet. Why? Because I haven't made it yet. I mean, I've made the card, but I haven't made the video yet. So if anyone's around in San Diego next Friday, June 26th, I'm teaching a class at Oasis, and we're going to be making boxes out of paper, and that's the next thing on my list of things I have to get ready for. So it's June 26th in Rancho Bernardo Oasis at 1:30. Coming July 1st are new online exclusives. So be ready for that. And these, the ones, hey, Karina is watching, my favorite girl. Hi, sweetie. The new online exclusives, and we're going to be using one of the suites today. I still have some mystery boxes left. Now those are those big, medium-sized priority boxes, and they are stuffed full. They all have at least 12 stamp sets, and half of them are bundles with either dies or punches, and it's $50, which is basically you're buying one set and you're getting 12, which is a pretty good deal. And $20 for shipping. And then my most exciting thing is our retreat. So our Christmas in July I'm doing with my friend and upline Peggy Noe, and it'll be in the afternoon at my house on July 11th from about 1 to 5. It'll probably take you about 4 hours to do this class, maybe a little less. But I need your order by June 29th, so that's coming up. So we need your order to get this stuff all ordered July 1st, because I don't want things to go on back order for you. And we'll be doing 8 projects, 7 of them cards, one of them, at least one, a 3D item. And you're going to get a bunch of these products that we're going to be making with our class today. So let me put you down and get going on that. And as we go, I will talk about what we are getting for our class. So this is the A Stitched Season suite. It comes out July 1st for everybody, but you want to join now as a demo, you can order it now. So that's pretty exciting. And with our class, you're going to get the buttons. You can see they're a little shiny around the outside. You're going to get half a pack of Designer Series paper. You're going to get a full bolt of the ribbon. And everything to make all the cards, including the envelopes and such. And that's $79.99, which if I can send it to you also. That includes shipping, because if you're here and coming to class, instead of shipping it to you, we're going to feed you and play some games and prizes with that. But everybody's going to get some pillow gifts with it. So, and one of the things we're going to make, remember the one I just showed you with the lilies, which is my Papercraft Collective video for this month, but you're going to also learn how to do this at our class, because that's going to be one of the ones for the class. Now we're also going to make a card today. Hey Roz. We're also going to make a card today using this suite. This is not one of the cards we're going to be making during our Christmas in July class. So this is an extra one for you. So pay attention, Roz, because I think Roz signed up already for our class. This is an extra one. And as always, once I'm done with here, I will write everything out, because sometimes I forget to give you guys measurements. All the measurements will be on my blog, stampwithdrrobin.blogspot.com. Oh, I think I forgot to mention too, if you want to add, that's why this is more expensive class than usual. Everybody in the class is getting the Stitch Stocking stamp set. If you want to add the dies, we can do that also, but everyone's getting the stamp set. And if you just want to order the PDF, that's $25. Okay, so I think I've showed this to you before, but we'll go through it again. This is kind of a quilt set. So we've got some things that we can make into quilts. This is the ones that we had, before, the card we made before, and see how these are kind of quilt things. And we've got the stocking, we've got all these other things that cut out. These make some of the quilt designs. I always do this with dies, new dies that I'm not quite sure what things do. So for instance, this die will cut out this whole row, and you can use them like this if you want to pull out all the dies, but you can see I already lost one of them. Or you can just cut it like this, say, and use the row of Christmas trees with something underneath like we did in here. Did you notice that down here? That's the Christmas trees from when we did this before. All right, and I think we showed the paper, the designer series paper before, but I just think it's so pretty. It has cherry cobbler, old olive, peaceful pine, pecan pie, real red, and secret sea in it. So these are the ones. There we go. So you see how it looked like quilty kind of stuff on the front, but on the back is more just small prints. All right, so here's the card we're going to make. I think I showed it to you before when we were going through different cards. And if you can you see the stocking? I don't know if you can see it that well, but the stocking is the striped, let's get the name again, striped shimmering stripes, and it goes with the new set. So this is another sneak peek with the violets in it, but if you could see it, you'd see that there's these little teeny stripes, and they're all very sparkly. So that's the card we're going to make today. So we're going to start with an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of Secret Sea, and it's scored at 4 1/4. And then what I've done, I don't think I took these out when I should had them before. These are the Seasonal Cheer mini embossing folders. This is another sneak peek from the new online exclusives that start July 1st. and it has 3 different kind of seasonal folders. So it has this one that you can use for Halloween that has bats on it. It has this one with the leaves. And it has this one that we're using today with the embossed candy canes. So hopefully, whoops, you can see that. I know white on white is sometimes hard to see, but I love white on white. You know, I just love having this little bit of embossed. And this is 4 by 5 1/4 piece of basic white. And you'll notice that because this is only a small embossing folder, there's no embossing over here. But that's okay, because we have this other piece of the designer series paper that's a little just 2-inch piece, 2 by 5 1/4. See, that's what's on the other side with those candy canes, and that's why this just goes together perfectly with the candy canes. Isn't that cute? Oops. Okay, and now we're going to build our little stocking. So on the stocking dies, this is just the big one like this. If you cut it with this one doesn't cut, it just embosses. So you have to cut these 2 together if you're going to use that one. But anyway, I just did it with that shimmering white. And now on this card, I had the little fat cardinal. On this one, I have the other little cardinal. And because he's got some green in it, I was thinking maybe instead of the red, we would accent him with a little bit of green. So we're gonna build this, and we're gonna see how we like it. So actually, you know what, before I do that, let's stamp so we can know how that's gonna turn out. So we got some real red. Oh, come on, let's get it open. Usually these ones like real red that I use a lot, I don't have to worry about opening. All right, so I just want to be able to put Merry Christmas in this. Oh, and this is this die right here. And I thought it was just supposed to be a sentiment die, and then I realized it's also the die that you can cut out and put something else on the top of the stocking. So we'll be showing you that. Anyway, so this one says Merry Christmas to you and yours, but it doesn't fit in here. But Merry Christmas fits in here. So what do you do if you want to do that? Now, when we had the red rubber ones, I suppose you could do it on this one. I would cut up my stamps sometimes. But on these, you can either try to stamp it or ink it just on that Merry Christmas, or just to make your life a little easier, you take a little piece of tape, regular tape or washi tape, either one, and cover up what you don't want inked up. And then you can just ink like normal. Okay. And then before you stamp, you take that off. Try not to stick your fingers in it. And then you just stamp. Let me just bring it a little closer to me. And then I just have, whoops, Merry Christmas. Pretty cool, huh? And that's the only thing we're stamping today, actually. But I wanted to get that stamped so that we can see how all the rest is going to look. Okay. So on the other one, this is what I had. I had this on the top. I had this cut, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute, in the red. And then I had a bow, might as well do that. I like to do mine with bunny ears and then cross them. Okay, this is a very lightweight ribbon, which makes it somewhat easier to tie, but somewhat can float away a little bit. So let's try that again. There we go. A little bit. Or maybe I tied it really tight and it doesn't want to. All right, there we go. So let's cut those off. All right. So now we have pretty much like I had on my other one, but oh wait, I had this in red. But I was thinking, since there's some green in here that I might wanna, and that's old olive and a little bit of the pine. So then I was thinking of doing this instead. Tell me what you guys think. Getting the green behind there. And then I had cut from the designer series paper, the one with the little holly in there, and putting that up here instead. And I think that is just stunning. Yes, I like that. You guys like that? And we could also, instead of the red behind that little guy, is we could come back and put the old olive there too. Nope, I like the red. Okay, so this little bird is a slightly different size than this little bird. So this bird that we're doing, that I cut down the paper so that it's 1 7/8 by 1 1/2, and the red is 2 by 1 5/8. So let's start putting some of this together. Yeah, Flossie, you like having a little bit of the green. I like monochromatic ones, so I do like the other one too, but I also like it with a little bit of green. You know, as long as we got green in here, I feel like you need to have some of the green. Isn't this funny that I thought that this was just totally supposed to be a sentiment thing until I started playing with the dies a little more. That's why it's kind of fun to just cut them all out and see what you can do. Okay. Yes, I did put it on dimensionals. Lots of dimensionals today. Maybe one in the middle there. All right. What's the weirdest place you guys have found a dimensional? To me, it's down my bra. And then I'm going to put this up on dimensionals also. But I'm not going to take them off just quite yet until I figure out where the word is going to go. Okay, so I thought that looked a little bit like, can't hardly read that. So what you do, you guys who have been with me for a while know my little trick. I just want to make sure there's only one of these in here. Is you just cut it down the middle. And then you put a little bit of glue on each side here. And then you go like that, and then you have what looks like a slightly bigger frame or sentiment piece, but in reality you just cut it in half. And it look, I mean, obviously you could just get a piece of the old olive paper, this old olive cardstock, but I think it looks really nice with having it all right, so I want to show you something on doing this. Okay, so I put one dimensional in each one, but the problem is going to be, see how it kind of sinks down over here? So on this dimensional, what we're going to do is we're going to double dimensional it. So this one that's hanging off the edge of that stocking has 2 dimensions on it, because it makes up for what the other side has. Just get a little bit of that white showing. So see how now it doesn't sink right there. And we'll get our birdie. And where'd our bow go? Get some stuff out of the way so we can actually see. All right, so let's get a little mini glue dot here. I can see where they are. There's one. Didn't get it. There we go. All right, I really like that with the extra green. Which do you guys like best? The one that has pretty much monochromatic with the red, or add a little green into it? I like them both, but can't decide. Oh, in hubby's underwear. I'm guessing hubby's not the crafter that you are, Roz. Isn't that amazing how much they fly through your house? And hi, Beth. Just noticed you're on too. Good. Yes, the folders are really cute, Beth. The other thing that's really cute on here that we didn't use because I just thought it would overload it is this set comes with these little hollies and these little berries, or you could say they kind of look like Mickey Mouse ears. But I've been having fun sticking those on a whole bunch of different cards. Oh, I know what we forgot. We forgot to put the inside in our card. So the inside, I have a 3 3/4 by 5-inch piece of basic white, and I took this same pattern from the front, and I just cut a little 1/2-inch strip, put it down at the bottom. And this, I didn't do it today, but you know, you can always put some paper on your envelope. Oh, the other thing, let's do it. Let me get my, hold on a sec. We're gonna make a fun envelope here. What I'm doing is getting my cut and emboss machine, because I don't think we've done this in a while. I want to show you how you can use these embossing folders on your envelopes. So this is, I'm taking out the number 2 plate. This is a not a 3D embossing folder. So this is how you do it. All right, so if you want to emboss your envelope, you just go like this and stick it in just the flap inside, and then you run it through. And you have a really cool envelope, matching envelope now. Isn't this cool? Look at your envelope now with all the little candy canes on it. And then it matches your little candy cane background. I just think that is so fun. So fun. You like the green accents better. Well, Flossie, this may make its way into the, in November I usually do a Christmas card buffet, and I think this one's going to make it into the Christmas card buffet. And I will probably put both of them in there, because when you cut these out, you don't get a, you know, you're cutting from a page, for instance. Here's the page with the one we used today. Well, that one has more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it has 12 birds on it. The one are red birds. The one that I cut this one out of only has like 7 on a page or something like that. So maybe we'll just do this one and just only cut up that, since you guys like that one better. Okay, well, let me put you up for a sec. I will be back next Monday at 1, and I will see you guys next week. So have a great week. Let me know by June 29th if you can come on July 11th, because it is going to be a lot of fun, or if you need me to mail it to you, we can do that too. So take care, everybody. Bye.